Hey Aquarius, what's up? This is April with astrolada.com. I'm here with your monthly forecast for March 2017. I brought the board back so that you guys can see demonstrated all the little symbols that show you what the planetary activity is like. A lot of people like this visual tool. So let's use it once again to tell you guys what's going on for you in March. So there is still a concentration of planetary activity happening in the sign of Pisces here for the first, part of the month. So yeah, we've got like Mercury, we've got the sun, we've got, the outer planetary stuff and points going on here. But most importantly, Mercury and the sun in Pisces, this is your second house. You guys are probably continuing to work on finances, managing and organizing and budgeting your finances, maybe even, going a little bit more shopping and stuff too. I see with the second house energy concentration happening. Also, this is your self-worth. Okay. So, I was actually just on Facebook scrolling and I saw in an Aquarius group, someone posting about, we know what we're worth. Yeah, that's because Mercury is your communication and your thinking. And so some Aquarians thinking is on, their self-worth and their value and making sure that they're getting what they deserve in life. And that includes treatment from other people according to how they feel about themselves. So that makes a lot of sense. Also, we have energy here in Aries in your third house, Aquarius. We've got Mars still here, conjunct Uranus at the beginning of the month. I would say for my Aquarians, Mars is like physical action that you take, and then Uranus is kind of like sudden things, things suddenly happening. And this is your ruling planet. So you are very much acquainted with the energy of Uranus. It can be outside the box, out of the blue, just kind of deciding to do things on a whim like that, that are totally against what anybody else expects of you. So some of you guys may be prone to some like a little bit more kooky behavior, I would say, at the beginning of the month of March. But I would say also be careful driving because this is short distance travel. That means driving around by car, around your city, also through public transportation around your, immediate vicinity. And Mars and Uranus, when they come together, just being completely honest and real, at times it can cause like sudden like accidents to happen, so just really be cautious with your travel and your driving right now, Aquarius. Especially because also on the 4th of March, we have Mercury in a conjunction with Neptune. So Mercury is your thinking processes. And then Neptune is kind of like foggy energy. I mean, it doesn't see things clearly. It's kind of like spraying fog over reality. So all of us have brain fog at the beginning of the month, just to be quite honest with you, Aquarius. But you guys are experiencing this in your second house of, material possessions and earned income and the money that you spend. So be careful with making purchases right now, okay, during the first like week or so of March, because you may not see the item like for what it really is. You may have a tendency to skip over the details and the fine print, and then you find out like something outrageous about it once the fog clears from this transit, and you're like, oh my gosh, did I really buy this? Not only that, but on the same day, Venus, which rules also material possessions and money, goes retrograde on the 4th. And retro means going back. So you may be feeling like returning stuff to the stores or purchases that you made and you just didn't really know exactly what was going on with them. You kind of did them on a whim or upon impulse, or just kind of like, yeah, you didn't really know clearly what exactly it was. So yeah, I can see a lot of my Aquarians being those people that return stuff back. Last month it was Capricorn, and yeah, I live with a Capricorn, and they did a lot of that buying and returning and trading and buying and returning, and it was driving my Taurus energy nuts. But this is something that you guys can be going through right now. So yeah, just be very mindful of your purchases at this time. Also, Venus retrograde in your third house. This can bring back, like, if you are, well, actually watch, I did a live video, a live stream of Venus retrograde. So make sure you guys check that out. It's here on Lada's channel. It goes more in detail and in depth with this whole Venus retro thing for every sign. And I also pull cards too, some tarot cards too. So check those out. But yeah, so Venus retrograde, you can run into some old relationships from the past or old friends even by just going out and about within your city and, you know, the area where you reside. Yeah, you guys can run into some people. So that can be cool about that transit. So on the 9th of March, we have Mars moving from Aries in your 3rd house into Taurus in your 4th house. So this is your energy and your drive, like your physical energy and how you're moving about and where you're moving about the most. So this was like your mind is so super active and, you know, you might be trying to multitask and do a bunch of things at one time and burn yourself out, to a more quieter area of your chart and of the zodiac for you guys personally. So this is more of your energy aimed about on being around the home, being at home a little bit more, less social, you know what I mean? Also Mars in the 4th house. Mars is an aggressive energy and he likes to knock things down, like knock walls down and just push through things. So some of my Aquarians may start to feel like wanting to renovate their homes, wanting to put action into moving, because Taurus is your 4th house of the home. And then there will be other planets to move here in April that'll kind of initiate more of the feeling of wanting to move or change something with your home. But tune into your April horoscopes next month for more details on that. But yeah, also just Mars in general here. Mars can be aggression and anger and quarrels with people. So this is your family here at the bottom of your chart. So your family may annoy you. You may find a family member that you kind of just point your arrow, your Mars arrow and your target at, and like just pick at them and point at them. I've seen that happen with this transit with people before. So just be mindful of that part of it. On the 12th of March, we have a full moon in the sign of Virgo. That means the moon is in Virgo and the sun is on the opposite side in Pisces. So that's two opposite areas of your life that are creating like a push and pull, conflict, tension, and there's a breaking point that has to be come to in order, you know, like a decision made to finalize something or to say, I can't take this anymore, this has to change. Boom, change happens. So for you guys, Virgo is your 8th house. Okay, this is opposite the sun in Pisces here in your 2nd house. So this opposition is between the money that you earn, like from working at a job, the money that you budget, the money that you are in charge of as an individual versus money that you get from maybe like the government, taxes, insurances, alimony, settlements, child support, inheritances, what have you. And so this is like a push-pull there. So this is also the house of money. A lot of people don't mention this, but the 8th house, when it comes to money, it's also like codependency, like depending upon other people for money. Either they are depending upon you, Aquarius, or you are depending upon them. So this can mean you might have to let go of either a source of income that you got from like a marriage or, you know, a partnership with somebody, even business partnership, or even like you got a cool new job, a sweet job to where you earn more money. So maybe if you had some like government assistance or something, you're going to let that go. But also just speaking on in general of the moon, just the moon alone, a full moon in your 8th house, that can also mean like new developments within an intimate bond that you have with somebody, Aquarius. So if you're dating, you guys did have this powerful eclipse here last month in February in your 7th house of relationships. So this can mean finally deciding to go to the next level within that relationship as well. On the 13th of March, we have Mercury, which rules your communication, going into Aries, which is your 3rd house. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, Mercury in the 3rd house, they're similar. Okay, the 3rd house energies, they rule. It rules the same thing as Mercury, which is like your thinking processes. It's like being very busy, moving about, your mind just whizzing around. So Your mind is going to be even more restless and busy, Aquarius. It is. So this can be you running a lot more errands, like finding a lot of things to do, wanting to multitask and have your hand in all over, different places. This can be like your brain is like a computer that has all these tabs open and you don't know like how to close them all. So being a little more restless, maybe it may be hard to sleep during this time, just being completely honest. You may be up thinking a lot more, especially at nighttime. Aquariuses are very progressive thinkers. You guys are always thinking beyond like the norm, beyond like what everybody else thinks of like on a surface level. So you're really going to be thinking and moving around a lot during that Mercury transit. On March 20th, we have the sun, our main luminary, lighting up and illuminating your third house, joining Mercury here, joining Venus here. So this is even further emphasis on this third house. Now, third house isn't just running errands and multitasking. This is like learning new skills. So if any of my Aquarians are trying to take up a new skill, maybe take like a class or two to learn something new, this is really an excellent time for that, especially because also on the 26th, Mercury will come into a conjunction with Uranus, your ruling planet. And you already know Uranus and Aquarius energy, it channels things from the beyond, okay? Like you guys are so outside the box thinkers. And this is going to be you feeling so much in your element. It's going to feel so natural to you guys, this Mercury-Uranus thing, to where you're like so on point with like the insights that you get, with any type of like creative ideas, any like genius, like innovative, inventive ideas. Oh my gosh, if you Aquarians, if you guys are in that type of a job position, you're going to have the upper hand here. If you're in like IT or anything involving technology, this is totally the upper hand here. What I would say to be mindful of is just kind of blurting out like weird things that are offensive to people with this transit. But I'm pretty sure you guys already know how to keep that under control because it's like natural Aquarian energy coming out here. So lastly, on the 28th, we have a new moon happening in your third house in Aries. So that's when maternal energy, which is the moon, and the paternal energy, which is the sun, come together and they birth something new. So this is a new beginning in the third house. So this can mean like, I've seen actually new moon in the third house. I've seen that bring people a new vehicle at times or wanting to shop for a new vehicle. But be mindful of, once again, Venus retrograde. Venus involves money. So if your new beginning in the third house with maybe taking some classes or possibly purchasing a vehicle or a new way to commute around your area involves money, oh my goodness. If life is like pulling you in a direction, calling you to begin something new right now during this time, just make sure you don't just like jump and fly blindly. That's all this Venus retrograde stuff is saying, is when it's communicating with the new moon. And yeah, especially when it comes to stuff with money, Aquarius, just be very, very cautious with that, and just be very, very aware of all of the details. All right, Aquarius, so that was it for your monthly forecast for March. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Lada's channel here so you can catch all the monthly horoscopes from everyone every single month. And if you would like to chat with me personally about your chart, about any situation you have in life, whether it's love, career, whatever, then go ahead and hit up my readers page on astrolada.com. I believe there's a link below this video to where you can go there directly. And I should be having some specials for the month of March to where you can speak with me a little bit longer if you purchase a certain reading, whether it's a Skype reading or recorded. You get like 10 minutes free, or a free follow-up question. Also, I do offer looks ahead, like viewing what's ahead for you for 6 months or for a year, in some transit videos, and it's particular to your chart. So if you want to see what's going on, Aquarians are like futuristic thinkers. You guys are always thinking ahead into the future. So if you want to take a peek ahead from my point of view with your chart, order one of my transit videos and I would be more than happy to do that for you guys. All right, so Take care of yourselves. Have a great month, and I'll see you guys in April.